Hello everyone, welcome back to another video from Vero Motors. Today I'm in a 63 plate Renault Clio RS or Renault Sport. Now I have to confess, when I first got given the weirdly flat slate-like keys to this Renault Clio, I was a bit like, oh no. But actually I have, in the few minutes I've been driving this car, I have to say I've been pretty impressed with it. So this is the RS model, so it's been slightly tweaked, slightly played with. It's got 200 horsepower from its inline 4-cylinder engine, and actually it does a reasonable job. It's comfortable, it's a good size. The engine is actually pretty responsive. You put your foot down, you can definitely feel it. What I do like is these flappy paddle gear shifts, which, well, let's have a go, shall we? Oh yeah, you definitely feel that. Pretty responsive, and as soon as you change down, you can hear the kick down, you can feel the engine revving, and actually it's really got some pace. For a little car like this, it doesn't weigh an awful lot, so you can gather speed pretty quickly, I have to say. So what's the rest of the car like? Well, actually I've been pretty impressed with the build quality. It feels really nice inside. You get this really chunky leather steering wheel with the red stitching with the RS. You get a big RS badge just in case you forgot. You get these Ferrari-esque flappy paddle gear shifters, and as I've just demonstrated, they work pretty well. You get this big center console with the sat-nav dual screen, so you've got radio on the one side, you've got sat-nav or other options on the left. This particular model has the twin clutch automatic gearbox, which again I was a little bit skeptical of. I didn't think it would work that well, being a Renault and being, as I'm very judgmental, but actually it works really well. It's smooth. You don't notice the changes whatsoever, and actually it works pretty well. Actually, you get quite a lot of poke from this engine, and there's a few pops and bangs at the back if you want to, but then equally you put it back into normal drive mode and you have a sensible small family car. So what else? Practicality. There's quite a lot of room in the front here. You get two cup holders next to each other, you get one further back. There's a little cubby hole here for spare change and whatnot. You get quite a big cubby hole down here, below where you put that flat shaped key. You get a little parcel shelf above the glove box, which is quite good. Rear leg room, pretty good as well. I'm 5'10", average height if you will, and actually there's quite a bit of space behind me and behind the passenger seat. The boot is again a really good size. It's 300 litres, so slightly smaller than a VW Golf for the same age, but slightly bigger than a 5-door Mini Cooper of the same age. So in line with what you'd expect really, in terms of boot size. Very usable, easily plenty of stuff for a small family car. So what else can I tell you? Well, this car has actually surprised me. It's more fun to drive than I thought it would be. You get a nice exhaust sound. You can hear it from the back. It's not overpowering. You're not gonna piss off the neighbours. You're not gonna annoy the mums and dads at school if you pick the kids up in this thinking it's too loudy and too shouty. It strikes the right balance as far as I'm concerned. It's just a bit more fun than your small family car. We need to try this RS drive mode because I haven't pressed it yet. Okay, so press the button and the green Renault Sport icon appears, and it just tells me that I can drive a little bit more aggressively. You can hear the valves open for the exhaust, so you can hear the exhaust note change. In terms of driver aids, you've got cruise control down here. As you've seen, you've got the flappy paddle to change gear stick. You've got all the controls on the steering wheel for voice activation and so on. Changing speeds for your cruise control. I'm going to turn that RS drive mode off because it feels a bit aggressive at the lights. It's really easy to drive. Steering is super light, really easy to drive around town. Parking, you're not going to have any issues whatsoever. In terms of running costs, they're again pretty good as well. So insurance group, you're looking at 29E, which is pretty good given the speed of this car actually. It's got a lot of safety and security features, which is why the insurance group is pretty low. Tax, you're looking at the moment £210 a year or £18 a month. In terms of miles per gallon, you're looking at an average of about 44, which again is really good given this is a 1.6 litre petrol, and you can drive it, you know, like you stole it occasionally. In terms of other costs, the insurance for 29E, an average quote, again, don't hold me to this, is around £673 a year. Obviously that will wildly depend on who you are, how old you are, where you live, if you've driven sensibly in the past, any convictions, all that sort of thing. But hopefully that gives you an idea of what this car costs to insure on UK roads. But all in all, actually, Renault have done a really good job here. It feels like a nice car to drive. It feels like the perfect blend between being a small family car with sensible running costs, and actually, again, put it in RS drive, kick down, and oh, that is fun. That's really fun. I'm enjoying myself more than I thought I would. So we should probably talk about this particular model. So as I said, this is a 63 plate Renault Clio RS with 43,000 miles on it, with stacks of service history, meticulously maintained by the previous owner, and it could be yours for just 9,595, when actually this presents really, really good value for money. As you can probably tell, it's won over a skeptic like me, who actually wouldn't normally give Renault the time of day, but actually this car's really impressed me. It's a small family size car with a decent boot, decent space, decent mod cons, as my mum would say. Sensible running costs, sensible to insure, cheap to tax, but it gives you that element of fun that a lot of small family cars actually miss and forget to cater for. So someone like me who's interested in their cars, who has a small daughter, this is quite a sensible car to get, really, because it's just the right level of fun, practicality, cheap to run, cheap to maintain, easy to park, which, if you're my wife, is a prerequisite. Otherwise you're going to need to repair these beautiful 19-inch alloys a lot more often. But yeah, this could be yours for under £10,000, quite a lot under £10,000. And it's a really good car that caters for a lot of needs. And you know, if you don't want to conform to the army of SUV loving families, then actually this is a really good alternative. I'm impressed. Anyway, if you like this, subscribe to this channel. We'll be doing weekly car reviews of every and all cars, interesting, sporty, family, and everything in between. We will cover all the cars that we have in stock, so you can see the variety of cars that we have at Vero Motors. And yeah, thanks guys. If you like the video, if you found it informative, you found it helpful in your quest to buy a car, or just someone like me who likes watching car videos for no reason whatsoever, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. If you have any questions about this car in particular, let us know. Drop us a comment. We'd love to help you out. Yeah, thanks. See you soon.